All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be exploring the second session of our new Noobs table. We didn't quite get through the full encounter last time. It went a little bit longer than I anticipated, so we're not going to see if they make it to the staging site for the new trade road that's being built through the deeps. However, I'm very excited for that because they are the first table to say, well, we want to stop this road from being built altogether, so let's just go wipe out the construction crew. This is going to be interesting. And so stay tuned, but I don't think we quite get to that. We just set that up for the next session, which is great because that means there's going to be a third session. And like I told them before, had I known all it was going to take to get us together to hang out was start a D&D campaign, I would have done this 2 years ago. And so anyway, table is a lot of fun, and all the tables are a lot of fun. But to that point, let's do a quick compare and contrast. So we've got our traditional Noobs table on one hand, where we are just a bunch of friends getting together to throw dice and play TTRPGs. We have no experience playing TTRPGs. We are not actors. We are not thespians of any kind. Whereas the new table, we've got Tom and Austin and Adam, who are all deeply entrenched in theater culture, and so seeing that come out at the table has been really fun. It leads to a conversation towards the end of this episode where we talk about adding voices to our characters for this table, which would be fun. It elevates the fantasy, I guess. It elevates the suspension of disbelief, and it allows for them to really set up a clear line of demarcation also between whether or not it's their character talking or it is the person talking. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope in session 3 we come through and we're going to have voices, which is going to be fantastic. But before we jump into it, I just wanted to reiterate Adam's call for assistance. So Adam, who plays Farnaz, is going to be directing Norfolk Community Theater's production of She Kills Monsters this fall, and he has a general call for help to help build the set or help design props for the set or something along those lines. So if your bag is not being on the stage, but you want to do something for community theater, reach out to Adam at northeast.edu and maybe you can find something to help contribute to the set design for the upcoming production. If you do like being on stage and that is your bag, auditions are going to be August 18th and 19th at 7 p.m. Not sure where yet, but I'm sure you can find that information on the Norfolk Community website or the Norfolk Community Theater's website, or there will be flyers posted around Norfolk, I imagine. But regardless, either way, there is get out and do something for community theater. Community theater is a great place to meet people. It's a great place to just dive a little bit deeper into your community. So whether you're in Norfolk, Wayne, Sioux City, Yankton, doesn't matter where you're at, Fremont, just jump out and get into your community theater and get out and meet some new people. It's a lot of fun. It's a rewarding experience. I don't know that from the production side of things. I've got my whole family is very involved in theater, and I'm married into a theater family, and so I have seen a lot of theater productions, and I know what goes into it, and it's amazing. It's a lot of fun. These people work very hard, and so it's a rewarding experience. And so get out and help community theater. Get out, promote it, and get out there, have fun, and do something new. Get out of your comfort zones, people. All right, but without any further ado, let's see what Crom, Farnaz, and Rolt get up to in this session. All right, thanks, everybody. Take care. All right, so we can get going if you guys are ready.
Yeah, what is
it? So here we go. So where we left off is you guys had just demolished the 4 sexy blood-covered vampires, and then 2 fierce ones stepped out of the main fancy tent. They were brandishing their daggers, and one was building a fireball. And then right as they were doing that, there was a commotion from behind the tent. Something ripped through the tent, something huge comes through. Next thing you see is like this blunt short sword just explode through the chest of the rogue vampire, and a massive hand grabs the head of the sorceress vampire that is starting to build a fireball, and breaks the neck of the sorceress, and pulls the sword out of the rogue. Both bodies drop and kind of turn to ash, and then we've got the ogre, this large 8-foot plus ogre stepping out with now a gore-covered short sword, and he's screaming at you, and he's got which this is really fun. He's got and I mentioned this on the night of Friday the 13th also. He's got the peeled wolf mask over his face, like a freshly peeled wolf's face over his own, right? Kind of representing the hockey mask, right? I also didn't know it was a full moon on Friday the 13th. So this motherfucker was a werewolf. So he's wearing a werewolf face. And,
I see. Okay.
Right? So we'll retcon that a little bit. Okay. We'll say he's wearing this alpha werewolf's face over his own. And then he's just screaming. The bottom of his mouth is not wolf, and so he's just yelling at you, and you see those jagged teeth. And so, yeah, you guys have an 8-foot tall undead ogre.
Crom, he's dressed just like you.
And so...
Are you wearing your wolf skins, Crom?
So it's a zombie ogre.
It is a zombie ogre.
Zombie ogre.
I would try to talk to it.
Who just killed a werewolf.
Who is, yes, wearing a werewolf face and just killed two elder vampires, basically one-shotting them both.
Yeah.
And so...
So tough, mofo.
So here, where you guys have a moment to get positioned as he is making or getting its bearings. If you have potions, take potions. Also, if you want to very, very quickly snoop around, I'll give you about 90 seconds to explore. If you want to, maybe somebody caught sight of a bag or something in the tent when they went in there to kill the vampires, and they want to look at that. Or maybe somebody, as they're getting up over here, quickly ducks into this tent to see if there's anything of
What
value.
happened to the gold dagger one of the vampires was holding when he...
It wasn't a gold dagger. It was just he had two daggers.
I thought
He
that
was
was like a
no,
gold
he was just pulling out two daggers.
What is greater healing potion? Is it 1d6 plus 4?
A greater healing potion, I think, is 4d4 plus 4.
4d4?
4d4 plus 4. And what our rule at this table is, if you are taking a potion in combat, you need to roll the dice. If you are taking the potion out of combat, you get to drink it, and you don't have to roll. You get max. You are not in combat right now.
Okay, so I don't have to roll. So 4d4 plus 4?
Hang on.
That seems a lot. I'd take it.
It was a major one, wasn't it?
Potion of healing greater, 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. So 4 down to a 16, 20?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and so...
I could use that.
I should make you make a concentration check.
Okay. That's fair. Let's do it.
And so concentration would be wisdom, right? Because at this point you just saw this
wisdom?
thing. Well, okay. I can't remember off the top of my head. There it is. I'm going to grab my screen here because I've got my...
Okay. Wisdom. I have a +0 to that.
So that is... Nope, Constitution. Okay, I thought it was going to be Constitution.
Okay, I have a +2. That means +2, right?
Yep.
Constitution?
Yep.
So I roll a d20?
A d20 and add
+2.
your 2, yep.
20.
Natural 20?
No.
Oh,
Dirty
okay.
20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
So yes, you're able to compose yourself well enough. You get the full 20.
And I can only probably just take one of those, I'm assuming, right?
I would say you would have a choice on whether or not you want to yell to your to your buddies and see if they want one or if you want to take a second one.
Oh boy, I think Crom's gonna take a second one.
All right.
So
Crom's taking a second.
I'll roll a second one.
Sure.
Okay, because now I gotta do a 2, 5.
Oh, geez. So you get 15.
Okay.
15 of the 20.
I like
You spill a little bit
Yeah,
down your Crom beard.
I was trying to do 2 at once, and
There
I
you go.
concentrated more on this one. And
Perfect.
Pay attention,
Okay.
Crom.
15. So
You two. Crom's chugging.
yep, and that's all I can do.
Potions.
That's my whole. That's all my stuff.
I mean,
Yes,
I'm full on health.
I'm good in health, but I am
Potion.
going to take your advice and look inside the tent that I was in to see
Okay,
if I
so you-
notice anything worth picking up.
You quickly dart
Investigate.
inside the tent and roll in. You remember seeing a something off in the corner. You don't know if it was a pile of clothes or if it was a bag of some sort or if it was just a heap of a human that
Probably a trap.
was laying there. So roll an investigation check.
What do I roll?
Roll a d20 and add your investigation modifier.
My ring is sorry.
Where's investigation? Intelligence, wisdom.
It would be
In this part.
yes. Investigation is plus 1. D20 plus 1.
18.
Nice.
18. You jump into the tent really quickly. You go straight to that corner, and thankfully it's not a dead bloodless human, and it's a bag. You grab it and you open it up, and inside is a collection of potions. There are 4 potions inside: 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 yellow.
Blue, yellow, red. And I think I know what the colors stand for.
Make a intelligence check.
Intelligence check?
Yep.
Not religion? No.
Ooh, nope, it would be
Recall
intelligence.
Okay, where's my intelligence check?
I think either that or insight. So it would be intelligence or wisdom, whichever is higher.
Okay, insight.
So it'd be
Intelligence.
go scroll that way. Other way. Keep going. It's the top 5 numbers.
Oh, yeah, the other computers.
So there's wisdom or intelligence. So
Okay,
plus 3.
wisdom. And
Okay.
I roll a d20.
Yep, roll a
Yeah,
d20 and add your
yeah,
modifier.
21.
21.
You got an 18 plus 3.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you think the potions mean?
No idea.
Oh, so
what
you
do
were
the
You play
saying,
Zelda, don't you?
were you just saying that as character?
Yeah.
You think you know what the potions do?
Yeah, I do. I know what these potions do.
Okay, I thought you, as
Character.
Austin, were making that guess. So we had this conversation the other day, not to pull us out of
Okay.
story here, but we had this conversation the other day on. I'm thinking of making sure that you need to have a character voice. So everything you do in character, you do as that voice. That way, if you're table talking, you can go back to your regular voice, and there's a clear line of demarcation between who Austin is and who Bolt,
Rolt.
who Rolt is.
Or you could even just be like, hold my finger up, and that means I'm speaking as my character.
Well, right, but where's the fun in that?
I agree.
Learn a voice.
I would say one's got to be a extra healing potion, right?
Okay,
Maybe.
With confidence.
With blue, the blue one's an extra healing potion, blue. And there's got to be like a one that is evil, right? The red does damage somehow.
Like it's acid or something.
Acid, we'll say green is acid, like an acid melting. Yeah, like acid, the green one. Green one acid. Yellow shoots off a blinding spark of light. I throw it on the ground and it big super bright light.
Now
right.
that's
So you're close. we're gonna say I like where you went with some of those, and I had a different idea for a couple of the others.
Okay, well, I don't have
And so
red
you're
yet.
unfamiliar. I mean, you're not an alchemist, and so
No.
you don't know a lot about potions. But you've been traveling for a while, and you've been in potion shops, in and out of potion shops for going on 15, 20 years, and so you recognize some of these colors. The blue one is a +3 to AC.
What's AC?
So that is an armor
Armor
potion.
class.
Okay.
Green is you think it's acid, you know it does damage, it's actually poison.
Okay.
And so you can put that poison on arrows, or you can put it on the blade of your weapon or whatever.
That I threw to Adam.
They,
That I threw to what's your name?
yeah, but that's a blunt weapon.
Yeah.
Farnas.
Farnas.
Okay.
The red one is a healing potion.
That's healing.
Chrome.
Okay.
And then the yellow is, I really like this one. It's like a holy light, and so which would definitely help you out against. Why vampires had a holy light potion?
They
This must be
confiscated
some.
it
Yeah,
from
exactly.
one of their-
And so
I mean, you know-
maybe you did. Maybe you actually pulled this pack off of a dead human, and it was just scavenged from
Yeah.
one of their victims.
I mean, human beings, we have like AK-47s and
Yeah,
shit in
right.
our house, right? It's like, well, that's gonna kill you. It's like, well,
Right.
yeah.
right?
So,
So we
vampires
weren't
do
the
same thing.
only dummies to take the shortcut.
Right, yeah, exactly. There have been dummies being suckered here for a while.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
It's funny.
And so, yes, you find that. Farnaz, what do you got going on?
Well, I think I would like to try. Can I cut the aurochs loose and like slap it to charge the ogre and maybe buy us some time here?
Sure, absolutely. Let's see what happens. So, Farnaz jumps up or jumps
He's already
over.
in.
Yep, he
Yep,
jumps
already
over
right there.
and just without any care, he cuts the reins and slaps the aurochs in the ass. Make a what would this be? What would this be? What would this be? We'll call it.
Athletics?
Nah, this is going to be more of a. We'll call it concentration because I have no idea what to use for that.
Okay.
It was either going to be concentration or dexterity.
Oh,
So
dexterity.
constitution or intelligence? Like where's concentration?
Yes, it should be. So it is Constitution, I'm pretty sure. But
Constitution.
There should be.
All right. So. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So +4.
Is that what I said? Constitution. So concentration is what. That is
What's
Constitution.
concentration?
That wasn't charisma. There should be.
Intelligence?
Yeah, it's not on my sheet.
How is it not?
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
it'd be an
I don't-
intelligence
I don't
or
know
a
what
wisdom.
concentration.
It's Constitution. It's
Constitution.
under the Constitution
Okay.
moniker or whatever heading.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense. You know, you need constitution.
Right,
to
you're trying
concentrate for a
to.
long
Yeah,
time.
you're like, all right, is this
All
going
right.
to work? Is this going to work?
Yeah, yeah. So
D20.
So D20 plus
Plus
your
4.
constant. Yep.
12 plus 4.
All right. You give it a good slap, and as you're doing that, you're like, "Good luck, buddy." And the aurochs takes off right through the bonfire, explodes through the bonfire, and hits the ogre. And let's see where
Crom
am I?
just stares at fart ass.
Sorry, Crom.
Let's see.
Watching you hit the aurochs.
And so it doesn't hit, but I'm going to say it surprises.
Yeah.
And that time it does hit, and so we will give this a. We'll give it a
No, I meant by staying there. Oh,
But you
sorry.
talked to me.
Actually,
I'm sorry I said you were a good puppy.
all right. I am totally giving a lot of advantage to this hit because that was a good idea. And
Loving it.
this guy, I was expecting there to be a fourth playing with you, and so this guy's a little OP. So I'm going to roll for damage 2d20, and we'll see what happens. Ha! A natty 20
Yes.
and a 13. So, and we will, for a d20 on that, we will call it an extra 10. So 43 points of damage.
Sorry about your rocks, buddy.
Right before the
Well,
ogre,
it's not dead.
the undead ogre reaches out and catches it, and then just sinks its teeth into the neck of the
Now we don't have
of the
leg.
aurochs, and then
Drove our car over a cliff.
and then just
Paladin ran off anyway.
Kind of what?
takes it, and you hear its neck crunch as it throws it to the ground.
Crom is
Crom, look what he did.
Crom is pissed.
All right, so now while I figure out
I was
where
just
we're
trying to let it
at,
free, Crom, so the ogre couldn't kill it.
so now you have, we'll call it another 45 seconds to take or hand out potions or get repositioned, and then we are going to roll for initiative. So one
Do
more
we know are there
quick
people in
action.
here? I guess I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Does anybody have a sword?
No,
I don't have a sword.
I have a dagger.
I have axes.
Dagger.
Oh, put that poison on.
Put
That.
the poison on.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Oh my
You-
god, what do I want
Yeah,
to do?
but I'm not one to get in close.
That's true.
Might be able to throw it, but
Do you need healing? No, I better keep my healing. I only
No,
have one.
I'm good. I mean,
I'm
I'm
gonna keep
definitely
my other
I'm not
healing.
up to full strength, but I'm so 45 seconds. Fucking shit. I think.
Regroup.
Your Aurochs is dead.
I come out of the tent.
Okay, you're out of the
Yeah.
tent. I
Crom's
think
pretty mad, right?
Crom's pretty pissed. So my rage, the last battle, I assume, lasted over a minute, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Because my rage lasts, I think it's 1 minute,
I don't.
but I get to use.
So 10 rounds is a minute,
Okay.
and I don't think we went 10 rounds.
Okay.
We went.
Well, I have 4 rages to use. I used one because I flew into a rage.
It's
but
been
that's
pretty
good.
close to a minute.
Okay, we'll just say it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and fly into a rage in general. 'Cause
Gotcha.
Seeing that thing fucking piss Crom off.
All right.
So I don't think I would go hide behind a tent. That's my instinct, but I don't think he'd do it.
Crom angry.
Oh man. You know what Crom might do though? How are these? I know. Okay. How are the tents built? Like, there's not. Are there 4 poles, or is it one center pole and then it kind of comes down? Like, if Crom wanted to just try to have the tent fold in on itself, like he couldn't do it from right here. I couldn't just swipe at something in half.
Let's
Just
let's
curious.
It's like
I
some
don't know
joust with the ogre in one of those big poles.
Yeah, that's true.
10 and over, it's a center pole.
Okay.
9 under, it's 4
4
posts.
posts. Okay.
18 center pole.
Center pole. Not much I can do with that. Well.
While while Crom is thinking through his decision, do you know what you want to do? Rort?
I just came
Go
out
search
of
that
the
other tent.
That's
He came
it.
out of the tent.
Okay,
That's
so
like a 3 seconds worth of.
so you've got
4 potions in a bag strapped to me. I
You have a
took
little
them
bit
all.
of time.
I grabbed them there.
so you know how important that 3 AC potion could be to somebody.
and I grabbed
We could just run too, but Crom.
the yellow potion.
Could just run too.
I grabbed the yellow
Could run.
potion.
We're far enough away.
You grab the yellow
The
potion.
yellow potion.
Okay.
Crom's gonna run. I think Crom's gonna run.
It's a demon.
Yeah, I don't think Crom will run. Crom's not gonna win.
So all I did was grab
Just
it,
killed
and
my
I'm
buddy.
outside the tent with that in hand.
The yellow potion in hand.
The holy light.
Okay.
It is a zombie.
I know.
Good call.
Looks
I don't think
like.
Crom cares about what's in the
Yeah.
tent either. God
Oh man, people are gonna get so mad at me if anybody ever listens to this.
Why?
Because I'm using like Pathfinder rules. I'm just using the internet and grabbing, just doing quick searches and looking up. And so there's no such thing as this spell in
Oh, yeah.
5e. That's Pathfinder.
Whatever.
People get mad at me. That's all
Like,
right.
yeah, we're.
So what are you doing?
I stepped out of the tent and I'm ready with the yellow potion.
Okay.
Crom,
What do you want to do with that yellow potion?
Can I do something with it right now?
I'll let you huck it if you want to huck it.
Then yeah. I think. How close am I? It doesn't say how far you.
So this is 60 feet.
This is 60 feet.
I think so.
So you're like
So you are-
40 feet?
Oh yeah, I can throw it that far.
Yes.
So I do. I throw it over the fire.
Might be
and
windy.
The disc. I know.
The dice will
I throw
tell.
it to try to get it to explode right in front of him,
'Kay.
releasing the holy light.
Or it
Well,
hits
hit him in the face.
Hit him in the
Hit him in
face.
the. Okay, I try
Hit
to
him in the
hit him.
chest.
Or in the
He's got a
Okay.
big- he's got a big belly.
Yep.
So roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
And go to that very main. Yeah. Right there.
Dexterity.
+1.
+2.
Oh.
Uh-oh. 7.
7. Okay. You do not hit him in the face, but it lands right in front of him, and explodes. And as the glass is exploding, if you knew what a camera was and knew what like ultra slow motion was, you see the glass shatter and then light just erupt out of it. And it's like it's supernovaing. And it's just this really fast flash. Roll 5d6.
There's a D6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6s, right?
Yes, actually here.
Oh, I gave you 6.
Make it 8.
Oh.
Or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
so this was a big potion.
9, 15, 18, 20.
26. 30.
Wow. You are doing some serious damage to this guy out of the gate.
Okay, all
So
right.
that was just a straight 30?
Yes, that was 30. Yes.
All right. So yeah, you put the hurt on this guy thing, abomination. He's not an abomination. This undead creature right away, and roll for initiative.
What do I
Unless,
roll?
did you set the Aurochs free? Let's come back to you.
Yeah.
And did you have a second
I
action?
didn't get a second action.
Okay.
After I stalled or whatever.
Right?
Um,
What do I roll for initiative?
We've got 2 more
yeah,
actions.
okay, so I saw this thing and went down. Crumbs gets pissed, so I pull out. How many axes do I have? I just have the one. I'll just say I had it here, and I kind of went like this and just kind of like fucking just like getting ready to run up on this guy, and I kind of swipe at the tent. I just want to see what happens. If I take a big swipe at the side of the tent to sort of like open it up just to kind of see what's in there. I'm focused on this guy, but I'm like, like, you know, when you get pissed and you hit a wall.
Yeah.
He's doing that. He's just slashing at the side of the tent just to open it up and just see what's in
It's a very dramatic action.
As
You
I
go,
pull out-
roar, and as you're doing that, that's
like
when the
bad
supernova's
acting.
happening
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
Flunk, and it's still in ultra slow motion,
Yep.
and yeah, you get
So I
a
swipe at the tent.
you
Do we
swipe
wanna
at the
roll for
tent.
it?
Yeah, roll.
Like
We'll say add your dexterity.
okay. So +2. 21.
21?
19 +2.
Okay, so you get a good swipe on the tent, and it cuts right through the corner of it. And luckily, the other 3 poles are able to hold it up, and it kind of
There's just one center pole.
oh, that's right. This one is just the center pole, isn't it? So you get a good swipe, and like a section of it, just kind of a flap falls down.
And I glance in there. Do I see anything?
Make a.
Investigation? Or, I don't
Would
know.
it be investigation?
I don't know. Perception?
It's, I was gonna say investigations. Spot a prominent landmark or structure. That's structure. Yeah, we'll just call it an investigation check.
Okay, sure. So I get +0, looks like, to it. So I just roll a 20 and just see what happens. 10.
10. You look through. You don't see much movement in there or anything.
Sounds
It's pretty quiet.
Okay.
It's one of the. You see some bodies.
Okay. Otherwise, I think that's all I do.
All right, so you are screaming back at this thing as it's getting pummeled by light.
Aurochs!
Ar-
Aurochs!
You are so beautiful.
I love you! And I sniff my hands where I was rubbing on. Sniff,
You're doing a lot in one action.
I will avenge you.
I'm looking in the tent. I know. All right.
Okay.
All right, Farnaz, you get a second.
I'm gonna throw a ray of frost at him.
Okay.
Which does damage and reduces speed.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
DC
roll for hit.
DC 14, spell mod 6.
I don't know.
And we'll see what
That
you get. I'll
seems
say
about
we'll roll with advantage.
I rolled, well, I have a 15,
Okay, roll it again to see if
and
you get
I
higher.
rolled 16.
Okay. So you are going to hit, so roll for damage.
It's the 20 again, right?
Yeah, yep. No. It wouldn't be
no.
the 20. It would be whatever it tells you. Where's your
Oh,
spell?
1d8. 1d8 cold damage.
1d8 cold damage. And can you cast it at... Is it only a level 1 spell, or did you cast it at a higher level?
Oh, the spell's damage, 5th level, it's 2d8.
2d8?
2d8.
Okay.
And then you get so many spell slots, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to keep
And I
track of
will...
them.
Yeah, you...
I can buy spell slots too. With,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
in some
That's
way.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so roll for that sweet, sweet damage.
Oh, 1.
Plus.
Slows him down to 8.
8? So 8
9.
total? 9
9
total?
total.
Okay.
And its speed is reduced by 10 feet
Okay.
until the start of my next turn.
All right, so let's roll for
Initiative.
initiative.
20.
Oh, wait a second. Nope, that's wrong math. That's right math.
A 20.
Yeah, a 20, and then you should have an initiative. Should be able to have, or you should
Yeah,
have an
mine
initiative.
says 2 on it.
Yes.
It's next to your armor class.
So up
There
here.
it is. Initiative is +2. So you roll a 20 plus 2. And this determines the turn order.
This determines turn order.
16.
This is a 20.
Yeah, they're both.
All right, so anybody? Well, I'll wait.
I got a
until-
16.
So I have 5.
So it's all about reaction time, and we don't know what his turn
Oh.
order is. So.
What
Right,
I
so
roll?
20.
roll a d20 and add your initiative modifier.
9
9.
Should be read it by your.
1 10.
And I had a 16.
Okay, so we will go, since you guys, this is a small enough table. Actually, I think it's going to go. Is that right? I named you and I keep forgetting. Rolled. All right, Crom.
Crom's up.
Crom is leading this off.
Now is this this is 30 feet?
So put it up against this and see if it's half or if it's a little less, because it might. I think the red is a 25.
And so this is 20 then?
Yes, I believe so.
My speed is 40, so I should be good, right? Because he's about
What is the
25
yellow?
feet away.
Oh yeah. You'd
Yeah,
be
it's
able to get to him.
Okay,
yeah.
I just want to make sure. All right, so Crom, I just say he flies into a rage, and I can use rage up to 4 times without a long rest. So I've already used 1. This will be my second one. So he
Okay.
flies into a rage because the Aurochs, and he's just going to attack recklessly, I think. Yeah. Okay. So with a rage, sorry, I just want to make sure that if you're able to cast spells, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. So attack is a strength check, correct? So I have advantage.
No, it's a skill. Because it's a hit.
While raging, you gain the flying. If you aren't wearing her, you would get
Although
advantage on strength checks.
Right. I mean, so if you get a strength check, you'd have advantage on it. Like
And
if you were.
saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels. You have resistance to bludgeoning. You are able to cast spells. I don't have that. Your rage lasts a minute. I don't know. Okay. And anyway, then I'll attack recklessly. I throw aside all deaths. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attacks using strength during this turn. But attack rolls against you have advantage until my next turn. So I leave myself prone, but I do get advantage. And then Divine Fury, I think it is. Sorry. The first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack takes extra damage equal to 1d6 plus half of your barbarian level. I don't know what my barbarian level is. We'll just call it a 1d6 or whatever you want. So
Well, yeah.
I don't know what my
I'm not sure
barbarian
either.
level. Well, let's see. Wild shape, rage. I don't know where I have barbarian level is.
Yeah, I would need to look that up.
I don't know.
exactly know what that means.
I don't know. GM's discretion. So it looks like I get a 1d6 plus I'm attacking with
Yes.
advantage. So I'm just going to run at this guy because I'm
Okay.
pissed. And I'm just going to run up and I'm going to use my Durog's axe. And the one that I swiped the tent with. And I'm just going to fucking just scream out. I'm just yelling, Orogs!
All right.
And I'm just going to try to jump up in the air and fucking just try to come down on this guy.
All right.
300 style.
You right? Right.
Yeah, 300
Very
style.
much
There you
so.
go. There
All
you
right,
go.
get right up there.
Okay, so what do I roll? I roll Durog's axe is a 1d10 plus 6. And if I hit, then I get an extra. So 1d10. This is a 10? Yes, this is a 10.
You got it.
1d10 plus 6.
Okay.
This is for my attack.
You need to roll to hit first.
Oh, okay. What do I roll that?
D20 plus whatever your weapon modifier is.
Oh, plus 9.
There you go.
Okay. So let's get
So this is what you get with advantage.
Yes. Oh, so do I get 2?
You get 2 rolls, best one hits.
So I'll roll both of
Yeah.
them. Okay. 20.
Natty 20.
Ooh,
Natty 20.
natty.
Natty 20 this
Natty
time.
20.
All right.
That was a natty 20. So now I roll
You be
for
pissed.
attack. I am pissed. So I roll a 1d10 plus 6 for damage, plus I get a 1d6 plus half my barbarian, which I
Yeah.
don't know what that
So,
means.
like I said
1d10.
last time, the rule at this table for the Natty 20 is you automatically get your dice roll. So
1d10 plus 6.
so you start at 10, now make your roll, and
Oh, 1d10 plus 6.
then you get to
Okay,
add.
so I just add 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you automatically get your dice for 1.
Okay,
And
1.
that is why.
1 plus 6 is 7, so 17 damage. Plus I get a 1d6.
Yep.
Okay. So 17 so far. Plus 1. 18. That's right.
You're pissed,
I'm pissed. I'm a little blinded.
right?
by
But
the
you were
light.
you were a little blinded
So
by
I
that flash.
attacked him for 18, and I do get a second attack, but I
Okay.
don't get all the bonuses and
No.
stuff. So I'll take a second attack, which is another 20.
To see if it hits.
Yeah. 8 plus 9 is 17.
17 is
17.
going to miss.
17 misses. I
17
missed this
misses.
giant 8-foot creature. Wow. Okay. Well, I missed that one. So now I guess I sliced down on him. I hit him with that one, and then I kind of re-swiped it. So now I'm just standing in front of him, and I'm a fucking sitting duck. He has advantage on attacks.
Yes,
on
he
me.
does.
Okay. Just so.
All right,
that's my turn.
Farnaz.
I don't have phosphorus, witch wood, or glowworm. Never mind.
What do
Let's
you
see.
need it for? Because I would say for the purposes of this and for getting to know the mechanics and everything, you have some of the ingredients you need.
I would like to cast dancing lights, cantrip,
Okay.
kind of around his face to distract the ogre, hopefully,
Yeah.
so he doesn't just squash Crom here.
Okay, we'll say that roll a, or how do you
It's DC 14 spell mod plus 6.
DC 14? So can I see?
I want to. We'll see what happens here.
If he's distracted with these lights.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, I'm just gonna. I think you can
I think
just
I
you can move the
jump
lights.
over
Maybe
the
size or two.
fire.
10-foot radius. Yeah, I think you just cast it. I don't think you.
Grab
So you cast it,
I
and
cast it.
how many? Because it says up to 4. How many of the dancing lights would you like to cast in front of the?
I want all 4 kind of
All 4?
rotating
Okay.
in front of his face.
Okay.
Right?
So they start rotating in front of its face
1 minute.
for 1 minute. Okay.
Oh boy.
And it catches his attention, and so
Oh.
he's going to have disadvantage on melee attacks.
So that his advantage and then his
It
disadvantage.
negates
so
it.
it's just
It's a regular-
just a
yep.
regular attack against me.
Yep.
Disadvantage against that.
This round.
Yes.
Next round, it would be disadvantage.
Yes.
So,
I gotcha. Yep. Okay, that works out.
so yeah.
Is it-
All right, and do you want to stay put? Do you want to
Yeah, movement
move
to-
anywhere?
I jump back up into the wagon.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a dexterity or anything? to see if-
Well, if you want to do it fancy, I'll make you. If you want to jump up there in any way, you want to
I'll
parkour.
I'll crawl carefully back up
All
into the
right.
wagon.
So you can always.
Nice.
You can always attack.
Yeah.
And your distance is
I love how the fantasy is based in reality. It's like, no, I don't need to be doing any.
I place my foot, make sure it's firm. Hoist over. I look for obstacles.
Yeah.
Safety first, gentlemen.
Exactly. Put on a condom.
I just put that on my staff.
All right, Fardaz carefully hops back up into the wagon or into the cart. Rolt.
Oh, you're up.
I
All right.
grab the green potion, jump over the fire, somersaulting, throwing it into his distracted face, and grabbing, what's your name? Crom, and pulling us both out of the way of it.
Out of melee range. Okay.
You
I
got
said safety first
you got a
roll.
couple rolls to do here.
Yep.
Here's the ninja monk.
So the first thing you're doing is jumping through the fire,
Leap
over the fire,
And throwing the
The fire is still going after the Aurochs.
and
ran
throwing
through
the.
it.
Okay, so you need to roll a either athletics or acrobatics check for the jump roll,
Okay. Athletics.
and then after that,
Acrobatics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, acrobatics.
okay.
Plus 5. Yeah.
This is a D20.
Yep.
10.
10 is enough to. I mean, you're not as graceful as you once were,
Okay.
Okay.
but you make it over.
Like many of us.
Right.
True.
And so now, after clearing the fire, you're getting ready to toss the vial of poison or whatever, the
Yes.
potion.
Mhm.
All right, so roll a hit check. So let's go. You're a monk. You've got great inner peace. So roll hit with advantage and add 6 to the
Oh, what's so 2 20s?
2 20s, and then add 6.
You get the higher one, and then add 6.
18.
Okay, 18 barely hits.
Okay.
And-
Raises in.
Okay, I figured out what his AC is.
And so,
Because 17 is not.
and all right, and so you make the hit,
That was the
and
acid.
this is with a
Green
a-
acid.
Or whatever that
Well,
stuff
it
is.
was.
Poison.
So you expect it to sizzle and bubble,
Something,
and
yeah, hoping
it
poison.
right, and it hits him, and let's see
0
how.
damage.
Oh, this is so.
Oh,
Below, actually, let's use the coin flip.
okay.
Yes, it hits. No, I'm gonna do something interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Crom's standing right there, so don't you fuck.
Yes, it hits.
Oh, good.
All right, and
We don't
so,
want to see it.
No,
so we'll say you hit him right upside the face, and some of the poison gets in its nose and in its mouth, and you don't know why this poison is working. It doesn't start sizzling and bubbling, but it like emits an odor, and you kind of see these vapors come up. And it's kind of a black, greeny, sludgy once it mixes with the air. And you don't understand why this thing would be, or why poison would be doing damage to something undead, but it does. And so roll 4d6.
9, 10, 15.
15.
Oh, that's pretty good. And then the last part, you want to grab me and
Yes.
dive. Yeah.
Grabbing,
And so-
trying to, with my
It'd be like a
force
grapple
of
check?
action.
Now you make an acrobatics check.
Okay. D20.
You
I mean,
make a.
I'm vulnerable to attack. If
Well, I
it's
was saying, I
considered
want
an
you
attack. I
to
don't know
make.
though.
You are very reactive.
That's-
Make a concentration check. We'll see if you are.
Now, is this a saving throw?
Yes.
It's a what? Constitution?
Constitution. Yes, it would be a Constitution.
So this just says 5 next to it. Does that mean I add 5?
Yes.
Okay, so I just roll D20
D20
plus
plus 5.
17.
I got a 1.
I got
I got a
17.
1. Which is maybe good, maybe bad. 20
got
is
what?
super good.
I got 12 plus 5, 17.
And
So-
I got a 1 plus 5. I got
You
6.
You come through the fire. You throw the poison. Crom sees it come over his shoulder and smash into the face of the ogre, and then you continue on your path, on your course, to grab Crom and pull him aside with you. But Crom is so intense in this moment, and he's such a warrior that his reaction is to just turn and punch you. So
Fight, not flight.
That's a powerful one.
So roll for hit.
What do you want? Just
It's an unarmed strike.
Okay, just a D20.
Yep, we'll just say you didn't. So it's a D20.
6. Do I add something to it? I don't know.
6. You should have an unarmed strike somewhere on your sheet.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I'll just look it up quick.
I don't know.
My guess is it's for you.
I have speed. I have.
Unarmed strike. Yeah, I found mine. I have a +5.
You might be different because you are a monk.
I don't see. I've never seen that before on this.
Mine is under actions.
Under actions like these. Oh, under these.
So this is from one of the official places of rules.
Sure. I am a Goliath,
Okay.
and I am a
I would think you would have,
proficiency. I'm sure I would have something decent.
right? How come I can't find it?
Perception, nature, reckless attack, flaws. Oh no.
Unarmed strike, a punch, kick, every bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your modifier.
What's my modifier? An unarmed strike.
I have no idea. This is like,
Ability, saving, sure.
I'm just going to, for the sake of argument,
Sure.
you hit, roll 1d4,
That's not bad.
Is this a 4?
the triangle, or the pyramid.
Pure need.
2.
So 2, and we'll say 2 plus 1. You do 3 points of damage to,
And I'm still standing
and you're
there?
still standing
Where
there.
does he land?
So I get pushed. Probably what I
Right
try to
back
grab
onto the
him.
Aurochs.
I just elbowed
Yeah,
him.
say you roll off to the
So
side.
I elbowed him
which
in the
side?
face. He came behind me. I just went.
That's
Right?
Am
You
I
go,
prone.
whoa, punch.
There we are.
And so, yes, you fell prone.
So
At least I'm behind you.
costs, you have to use part of your action.
Half
to
your
stand-
movement.
Half your movement.
Half
to
your
stand
movement
up.
to stand.
So if
And
normally
so-
you could go 40 feet, even now you can only go 20 because
Okay,
you
I could
stand
go
and then
45, so I
Okay.
think I'm fine there.
Yeah.
But now I'm down to 39. That sucks.
And the ogre, for as rough as it looks and as much damage as you guys have done so far, it still takes a mighty swing with that
He has
bloody
advantage on me.
vampire killing
I
short
did not.
sword at you.
I had him distracted, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Throw
no,
some
he has.
poison
It
in
is
his
still
face.
distracted.
It's not advantage on me.
Oh, yeah, it's
neutral.
Right,
disadvantage.
it's just straight.
It's disadvantage, but for me, because he has advantage on me and then he has disadvantage, he just gets a straight,
Oh,
Just
it's
gets
a
a
straight
straight
roll.
hit.
straight
so-
shot at me for this turn.
Seems fair.
So it gets 2 attacks.
Okay.
And on the first one, it rolled a...
My AC is a 14.
Ooh, then it hit you.
Okay.
Because it did 21 to
21.
hit.
Oh, 20. Oh, to hit.
21 to
okay,
hit.
Okay, I thought you were saying damage. I was
No,
like,
21 to hit, and now it's going to do... I need...
Oh, I wanted to save that.
What are my...
Throw in on the wagon to get in the
Oh, there's a
thing that
date.
I had.
There's my other date.
Save
Alright.
it. I forgot.
It's going to be
That would have been good.
10 points of slashing damage on the first strike.
Okay.
And then now this one, it will. So is it only the one attack, or is it all attacks against you?
I assume all attacks. Strength, but attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn.
Attack rolls. Okay, so
Yeah.
this one I roll neutral also,
Okay.
and that one is going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And he comes back with another slash, and that's going to be 12 points of slashing damage. So he takes two vicious stalking campers at a lake camp slashes at you. And then
Crom says.
Crom, you get to respond. How would you like to allow you to retort?
Yes. Well, I mean, I think it's just Crom's way is just to fucking hit back again. So, I'm trying to think. I'm still in a rage. reckless attack when you make your first attack on my turn, so I can attack recklessly again. So it leaves me open again. And then, can I do Divine Fury again? Starting when you choose this button. While raging, the first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack. So same thing. I'm just gonna tit for tat, blow for blow.
Are you recklessing again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I'll take advantage on this one again.
Yep.
On the first one. We'll just see what happens. I can either choose a 1 or a 2.
Oh dear.
I choose the 2.
Good for you.
Yeah, so 2 plus 9 is an 11.
Gonna
so
miss.
I miss. Well, I get a second one, but it can't be. I think the second one's not reckless. So I'll just take
That
my
was reckless.
Yeah, it was reckless. So and I miss, and I think this is just regular.
Crom took a big old blow from this thing.
13. 4 plus 9.
And that one misses also. Crom is off his game right now.
Oh, Chrome.
Yeah, well, some guy fucking snuck up behind me and scared the shit out of me.
Should've let me get you
I didn't realize it was multiple warriors.
You wouldn't have gotten hit.
So then that's all I can do. I'm gonna stand there.
I'm
like
gonna
an asshole.
retcon that. Give you advantage because dancing lights are still going on.
So I get a second. That was my first, and this will be my second.
Oh, much better.
13
Plus 9.
plus 9, 22.
That's gonna hit.
Okay.
So that one hits.
Okay, so then I don't think I get the 1d6 because this is my second attack. Because this is where the first creature you hit on
Right,
each of your
yep.
turns. Well, it says
Right.
the first creature I hit on each of my turns with a weapon attack takes 6 damage.
All right,
I didn't
I'll
hit
give
him
it to
the
you.
first time. All right, I'll take the 1d6. So then I roll a 1d10 plus 6. 1d10.
That's your.
This is 1d10
Is that
plus 6.
That's the. Okay, I thought it was the D8.
No, it's a 10.
Okay.
So 3 plus 6 is 9, plus another 1d6. 9 plus 2, 11.
11 points of damage.
There you go. Okay. And I'm still
This
standing
thing is
there.
getting rough looking. You're starting to chop bits off it.
Somebody else is a little rough looking too. So I'm just standing there panting, standing very vulnerable in front of this guy. Although he still has the dancing lights for how long?
A
A
minute.
minute.
Okay. Okay, but I'm still at disadvantage, so we're equal again because I
Right.
attacked.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, Farnaz.
So can I cast a cantrip again? Like
Yeah.
you just
Yep,
okay.
you can cast cantrips all day long.
That's what I thought. I want to cast. Is it a lock on the chest in the wagon, or how is that little box where he's holding his money secured?
The wagon is what you're focusing on. There's this
You
giant
guys are
fucking
you guys are
creature.
distracted.
Oh my
What are we
God.
What are we dealing with here? You don't know what I'm doing.
Mundy had. I mean, it's outfitted. It looks like a cart. It's got. You see the armor and stuff in there. So you're just making an investigation check to find where his cash might be.
Well, we saw him put his
okay.
stuff in his cash, so we know
Oh,
where it
okay.
is.
He
Begin
got
the
into
mission.
it to give
I
us-
want to use Ray of Frost to freeze the lock,
Okay.
and then I carry a crowbar and a hammer.
Okay.
I should
all
be
right.
able to crack that.
All right.
That shit
Yep.
open. Is what I'm hoping. You don't know what I'm doing. Come on, guys!
That's
I got
hilarious.
him. Come on, Crom.
Good work, team.
Yeah. I'm distracted him. I'm doing my
Right?
job.
This is definitely a very. Was Murdoch the wild card in A Team? It's definitely a very Murdoch move. All right, so yeah, you. What are you using to freeze the lock?
Cantrip, Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. So yes, make a roll for hit to see if you hit the lock first of all.
God, I hope so. 9 plus
Okay.
6.
Okay, I would say if 9 was it, I'm like, you missed the lock.
Yeah.
So you hit the lock. Roll for damage.
So it'd be 1d, 2d8. Which one's d8? Where's my d8?
It's like the weird
This one, right?
diamondy one. It's like a top.
What's DC?
6,
Okay.
5.
Okay. Yep. You give it a big blast. You don't even need the crowbar. It just and the hammer. It gets cold enough, and from the force of the blast, it just kind of cracks, and the lock separates from the mechanism or from the bar, or the arm, or whatever.
Sweet.
And so you pop it open, and I honestly don't remember what he put in there, or if he just grabbed your payment out of there.
He grabbed our payment out.
Okay,
Of there.
so you open it up, and there's not a huge cache in there, but there is.
8 plus this one.
There's still a couple of sacks. You make. How much did he pay you for upfront?
Do you guys remember what he gave us up front? It was like I have 130.
It was 50%.
Harbor, 125 gold. That's what I have.
I have 130 gold.
He gave us 250.
He was going to pay us 150 a piece, and he gave us 75 up front.
I don't know.
No, because we split his with we
Yeah, you
kept
guys-
his.
Oh, he was
You
going to
guys
give
are
us.
holding mine.
He was going to give us 100 a
You guys are
piece,
holding mine.
Yeah.
and he gave us 50 up front.
Yeah.
But we're holding on to Crom's.
You guys are holding.
All I know is I
mine
have
for me.
125 gold.
Yeah, and I have 130.
Yeah.
So there would be 150 at least, the other half.
Well, I was gonna say you don't have the full other half in there. It's as you start rooting around. Oh, that's on wheels. I'm like, oh no, is that tipping? As you start rooting around and you look around because the box is not empty, but you find another 50 gold in there.
Cheap ass.
But when you start looking around, that's exactly what you think. You start looking around and you notice that the wares in here are costume quality. They're not actually his. You're starting to put things together. Make an intelligence check.
Let's see. So I get +2. 7.
7?
8.
8. It's slowly starting to come together for you that Mundy's whole purpose was to get you here. I mean, he is the lure for this sect of vampires. He is the familiar. Is that what
Yeah,
vampires call their
familiar,
humans?
yeah.
The familiar. And so he is the familiar.
Guillermo.
Exactly. That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
he's Guillermo.
He is Guillermo.
You got. Oh, and I'm increasingly annoyed with these guys for talking me into this shortcut.
So you come away with
I
that.
take anything of value. Can I take anything of value, or is that another action?
That would be another action.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll use his next action. to do that.
All right, rolled.
I get a sense of how much fight he has left in him. A lot or a little.
Of the zombie?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I can tell that because I'm intuitive. I don't know.
Is that something it says?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get. I think he's gonna fight to the death.
Yeah.
So I just wonder how strong of an action I need to take. But I can sense that as well.
You want to see how much ish,
So-
how much DC he has.
Make a history check.
History check. Okay. History. I found history on here somewhere.
Yeah, it's one of your things.
There it is. What do I roll for that?
A D20 and add your
Okay,
history
I'll,
modifier.
19.
19 plus or
18
plus 1.
18 plus 1. Okay. So you rolled a 19 and you get a sense, you understand it's a zombie, but looking at it, going through what you know and what you've read about zombies in your monk studies, you really don't recall them ever saying when a zombie looks like it's going down. In the words of one, how come Romeronsky, you need to either go for the head or go for the brain or sever the head. I think that's what George Romero said.
And I don't have either of those things. Okay. So
You yell out that go for the brain or go for the. Right? Isn't that what you do? Chop off the head.
Crom, chop off his
Scream
head.
that out.
Can they
I
do
could-
something
yeah,
to
I
like
could scream it out to Crom.
do something to like
As
restrain
I'm
it?
standing there panting.
Or so I have some oil. And how much can I move from a down position?
You have half your movement, so you
can
stand.
go 25.
25
You
feet.
can go.
You only have 25 feet
No, I
of
have
movement.
45.
45 total.
Oh, you have
You can go
45.
22 and a half feet.
So you've got another 20 feet, which is easily, you could easily close the distance.
Okay, ninja move again.
All right.
So I assume it's an attack, but I grab my oil, and once again I jump and flip, and I drop my oil on top of him and shove him from behind into the fire.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Flying kick.
Interesting.
Shoom, like that. Boom. And so I don't know if an attack. It says I can shove
Yes.
when I attack.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was like, how?
But there's a roll that you have to do to save.
Well,
that.
you need to hit first.
Okay, I need to hit.
And
first.
so you need to make your attack,
Or
your
first
hit
I'm,
roll.
I'm leaping and dropping the oil.
Yeah.
First.
That's the first thing.
So
Right?
yeah, do your acrobatics.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Acrobats are good. Not good. That would be 4 plus 5 is 9.
So again, it's not pretty. You kind of slip off of the slimy shoulder of this thing,
Yeah. Okay.
but you
Just like flopping around.
right, you get enough to dump the oil on it.
Okay, so I have
Okay.
minus 1 oil. I had 5 of them. Minus 1 oil. Okay.
It's like
And so
motor
now I'm
oil. What is this oil?
Oil for my leg.
So now you're gonna kick and do a
Like
kick
kerosene?
shove.
Yeah. Which
Alright.
is an attack, and I have 2 attacks per turn.
Okay,
So-
so since your first, since your acrobatics fancy roll didn't go over quite as well, you've got disadvantage on your first attack.
Okay.
Okay. So roll two.
Roll 2 and you take the lowest,
Take the lowest. Not the highest.
not
No,
the highest.
because you have disadvantage.
6.
6 plus what though?
6 plus what?
I don't know.
6 plus whatever your kick. Do you have
Your attack.
an attack?
What kind of kick are you doing? Don't you have certain kicks?
Oh.
Like in
An unarmed, so plus 5.
There you go.
11.
Okay, that you just kick right into the thick
that
of its
right?
back.
So plus 5.
unarmed strike. Yeah.
Okay.
And just go, ugh. And so you put the force into 1, but it wasn't enough to move him. So now
Kidney shot.
roll again, and since you're behind it, I'll give
Yeah.
you advantage on this one.
He's like.
Okay, and he still has the lights, right?
The
Those-
dancing lights?
Yeah.
Those went for a minute.
Oh,
Minute.
yeah, they're still going for a minute. And so,
Double advantage?
not double advantage,
Just advantage.
Just roll every d20 on the table.
right? Had we caught that before, well, it's you're
Either
behind it. It's not really.
Either way, it's
Right,
just an advantage.
right.
So roll 2 of those
Roll
and take the
2.
high.
Yeah, you've got
Oh,
advantage.
that's good. 17 plus 5.
That's gonna hit.
22. And when I hit,
Okay.
I can I can shove the target.
Mhm.
The target must succeed on a strength or dexterity. It chooses which. Saving throw. DC equals 8 plus proficiency bonus plus strength.
So whatever your. So it starts out. What was the first number?
8.
8. So what's your proficiency bonus?
My proficiency
Yeah, you should have a
bonus or the targets.
Yeah,
It's,
that was
when I
talking about
shove.
the target.
Yeah, it's the,
mine-
the target must
Saving
succeed
throw.
on a strength or dex.
Yep.
Saving throw DC 8 plus the proficiency bonus plus the strength.
Wouldn't be plus my strength. It would be plus your strength because I'm trying to beat your numbers.
Okay.
So it would
Yes.
be 8
Or-
plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength
Strength.
modifier.
Okay. And I roll that?
Well, you add that up.
Okay.
So it's 8. Find your proficiency. You should.
These
You don't roll anything for this.
Oh.
All of those numbers should be on your character sheet.
Okay. 8 plus
Your proficiency bonus.
proficiency.
Probably
Which-
plus 3.
My guess is it's probably
Oh,
a
I
plus
got
2 or
mine right
3.
here. I don't know.
Proficiency.
Abilities.
Bonus initiative. Proficiency.
What is yours, Tom?
Mine is
Or Crom.
3.
3. I was gonna say let's call yours 2.
Okay.
No, it's perception, persuasion. I don't know
So
where
he's
that's
just gonna
at.
call it 2.
Okay.
Above
I'm
that.
not quite
8
sure where
plus
it
2.
is.
I'm not sure what.
What's
is
your
it?
strength?
Where's that?
That's
my
the big
strength
numbers.
is plus 0, I think.
Well, then that's your proficiency bonus, 0. But what's your strength itself?
Strength is 0.
It's a 10.
No.
Your
What? Oh, it's a 10. What says
So
plus
it's-
0?
Plus
10.
0.
Yeah, so because you don't get bonuses with 10. So so the 18 is the number we need because it's 8 plus strength plus proficiency bonus.
Oh,
and
till 18 because you. Well, but he says he called his proficiency bonus 2.
Conditions. Yeah, where
Click
is
on
that?
What is it,
Initiative.
There's rolled.
because don't you need 12? You need 12 points for plus one.
Proficiencies and training.
So
There we are.
your
plus 3.
Plus 3.
oh, that's
Oh,
when I get loaded
plus
up in here. Okay,
So 21.
plus 3.
So 21.
So I need to beat a 21. Is what
Yeah.
you're
Get
saying.
higher than 21.
I have to get higher than 21,
Okay.
and I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he shoves it. So how far do you shove it?
Shove him.
Does it say how far you get to
Yes,
shove it?
it does.
150 feet.
Or no, I think it shows. God, where is that at now? Shove is there. No, topple, patient defense, unarmed strike. Almost there. Sorry. Deflect, slow fall.
You're holding up this
I
game.
know. I can't.
Print your sheets, Austin.
I need to bring my computer. 'cause
This
I think I
is
can do it better.
such. I mean, you're just pulling me out of the fantasy. of it.
You have to do so much editing.
Deflect attacks, open-handed.
That would be fun to have, like the equivalent of Jeopardy music when somebody's looking through the. Yeah, not Jeopardy music, but
You
that.
can always add that in post.
Yeah, well, right.
Down, boom.
17.
Oh, that was something.
Well, you could always because you're recording yourself the whole time, right?
Yeah.
So you should have like a little red flag you can raise for parts that you know you're gonna want to cut later.
Oh
Like
no!
that-
like right
that would-
now, I'm not recording. That's a good idea.
But that would help you in editing.
Yeah, it would.
Because when you're just scanning, you see your flag go up.
You
You're
can
like, oh,
either
there's
push it
something
from
I need to
That's a
cut.
either
good
way or
call.
cause it to
Yeah, that's why they
prone
do that.
Condition.
Yeah, right.
You know, and yeah.
Prone. Well.
5 feet.
5 feet.
Or cause it to be in a prone condition if he's
What's
8 foot
5?
tall.
All right, so it's 8 foot tall. It falls 5 feet.
Yes.
It just like timber.
Yeah.
I mean, it lumbers through, and its head falls into the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Roast
Now,
zombie.
is it gonna? This is where we're at. Is it gonna fall on me?
We'll say you make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Athletics is.
Otherwise, Crom's
I
gonna
get
be
a plus.
pinned,
I get a plus 8 to
pinned in the fire. The zombie ogre on top of him.
17 plus 8.
All right, you are nimble enough and aware enough that you are able, and it takes
Head lights on
15
fire.
points of fire damage.
Alright.
Chop its head off next.
And it's still seeing the little stars. It's in the fire. It's like-
Right, and it's
Stars.
a
And
very
it's like
trippy experience
trying
with
to
oil
get
that
burning. The oil's burning.
Right? And it's the ogre's turn. It stands up. Its head is on fire, and it is
Oh, God.
swinging
Like a crown.
wildly. It loses sight of you, and the only thing it can see is this tent right here with this monk. He doesn't really see the monk balancing on it, but it just swings, and it will attack with
wildly.
disadvantage.
Okay.
But it is swinging at you,
Okay.
and it misses
All right.
on its first.
Oh, it's first.
And oh, you are so lucky. This one
Oh,
though
is it
it's a
disadvantage?
natural 20,
But
but I got a 9 plus 17 to hit.
what's your? Yeah, that's gotta hit you, right?
So your AC,
AC armor class.
Yeah.
Is
Right.
15, but I throw down my potion.
no, you don't.
Why not?
not your
It's
turn.
not your
It's
turn.
not your turn.
Oh.
That's why I said you should have given that potion to somebody a long time ago.
Armor class is 15. I can't use my
yes.
plus 3.
Yeah, you do not have time to do that.
Okay. What does it hit me with?
So it hits you
That big
with
old dagger thing.
yeah, with its short sword machete looking thing, and it does 16 points of slashing damage.
Slashing damage. When an attack rolls that uses slashing, I can reduce the attack's total damage 1d10 plus 8.
Okay, how do you do that? Because you're a monk.
Because
It
he's
says
a monk.
actions in combat, opportunity
Roll a
attack,
D10.
deflect
Roll, there's
action.
your D10.
Okay.
Yeah.
1d10 plus 8
Plus
is what it's
8.
reduced by.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So it negates it.
To 0?
You reduced it by 16.
And what was the hit?
16.
If it reduces the damage to 0, I can deflect the attack and expend 1 focus point.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It takes me to 3, and I can, if they're 5 feet from
No
me,
bleeding.
Okay.
they can, the creature must succeed on a DC 14 dexterity saving throw or take 2d8 plus 2 damage.
Okay.
So you must save.
I failed,
Okay.
2d8.
So 2d8.
2d8 plus 2.
and you are
Roll
rolling
it.
that.
And I roll that 2d8. This is an 8.
No, that's a 4.
That's a 4.
That's
You
a
need the
6.
double pyramid.
This one.
This one.
So far, we've
here's
hurt
a
each
2d8.
other more than the
2d8.
zombies hurt us.
Well, but this is he's about to hurt this.
Yeah.
2d8 plus 2. 7, 8, 9, 10.
How do you want to do it?
What do you mean?
Does he get to
You
kill?
kill it.
That was deflected. It was his own stuff.
Yeah.
So what
So
happened?
I would say then, if it's deflected, then you are able to. You take the short sword and you do one of those fancy, like almost catch it in midair as it's taking a monster swing
you
at
go.
you, and guide it around,
There we
and
go.
you know it goes
chops
right
off
through
his
its neck and
Perfect.
takes the head off of.
Its
off of
fiery head goes
Yeah.
flying
Where does the head
on
go?
top of the aurochs.
Yeah, I know. It's on top
Right.
of that poor.
The head pops up and make a.
It's on fire.
Right?
It's still on fire.
Say make a roll a d20 and add 5.
18.
All right. The head, you have enough control over doing this that the head just boom, pops up and lands right back in the fire.
Oh.
You are.
Sparks.
Ooh,
good stuff.
I'm
Nice.
glad you killed that fucking thing because I was a tired.
All right.
Holy shit. That
So
was
as the
sweet,
fight
dude.
ends, can I snatch up that 50 before they notice?
You snatch up that 50.
Distracted. Okay.
You snatch up that 50.
You guys
nice
didn't see it.
job.
so
All right.
inside.
So
Oh wait, I lost those points though. No, I
You-
deflected them all.
You deflected.
right, you are getting some serious XP for this because I gave you some pretty heavy advantage at the beginning of the fight. And you guys demolished it. That was fun.
Oh my god.
That was
I took
amazing.
Its head off, dude.
That was fun. Yeah, and you're right. You had done more damage to yourselves than this thing, and that's kind of the way it goes because I'm terrible at balancing fights still, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But that was fun.
Holy shit.
That was a good battle.
Good.
Yeah. Up yours, zombie ogre.
Right, and so
You
we've
didn't do
got.
Yeah,
the dancing lights. I guess.
And I also I slowed him. I cast dancing lights. I was doing the debuffs for you guys.
Right.
You guys are the warriors.
I thought it was well done.
The aurochs. Psh.
Yeah, I thought it was
Sorry,
really. It
Crom.
was fun.
The Aurochs was good. Yeah, you took a lot of damage.
I did take a lot of damage. I'm okay.
Damage.
He
I'm
clubbed
okay.
the hell out of you.
It was
But
the
that's
wall.
kind of Crom's
Yeah,
job.
That's my thing. I just stand up there and just become a wall.
Yep.
So he's dead on the ground. I'm gonna go over and roll him off and just see if maybe the Aurochs is still alive. Is he alive?
You check the Aurochs and
Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
sort of.
Sort of.
Oh, he's in pain.
The zombie got a bite on him before
Oh. Kill it, Crom.
before he broke its neck,
Uh huh.
and so it was infected
Uh huh.
before it
Uh huh.
expired.
Okay.
And so as you go down and you're checking on it, and you're asking Pretty Aurochs how she's doing, its eyes open up and they're dead eyes. And you make an intelligence check.
Maybe the
zombie
aurochs can pull our wagon.
I have an 11 for intelligence, I guess. So whatever this is, I got a 14.
Okay? You know
Plus
enough,
0.
as much as it pains you,
Oh no.
you know that this Aurochs has turned into a zombie. And so now you can either quickly put it out of its misery, or you can tell one of them, or you can say run.
Crom's gonna have PTSD from this
Yeah,
mission.
Crom will put it out of his misery.
So
Oh.
Crom, how
You
would you like to
want
put it
that.
out of its misery, Crom?
Well,
Oh god, no, sorry, that's too brutal. I don't want to make you have to.
Yeah,
But
no,
I think
that
it's-
I would.
Good job,
I think
Crom.
I think I would. I think I would. I think I have to try and chop his head off.
All right.
Just take an axe and just.
All right. So we're not going to go through the gruesomeness.
Okay.
It's painful enough that Crom has to do this.
So just.
But he knows what he has to do.
And then I'm just gonna turn and stare at fart ass as I sit there and just clean my blade off with a piece of cloth. I'm just gonna be staring at fart ass,
That's terrible.
just looking at him.
Hey, you guys know where that paladin went?
He gone. You
Oh,
don't.
This is the guy that owns the cart.
Yeah.
Right, Mundy.
Mundy.
He is. Yeah, he is. He hightailed it. He as soon as you guys started whooping up on the vampires and then he saw the ogre come out and he's got no reason to stay here anymore. So he was gone. He left his wagon. He bolted.
Can we check these tents to see if there's like people? Because there was screams and orgy things going on. Is everybody dead and gone?
Search the tents and bodies.
See, you can look through the tents and you find bodies. You collectively, I mean, if you want to search the bodies as well, you find a collection of some gold and some gems and like a few pieces of jewelry and nothing that really sticks out as being super fancy or anything. But I can get you a list of what those things were for next session. I can make a list, but it's roughly going to be between 2,000 and 2,500 gold, probably.
Holy crap. That sounds good.
2,000 and 2,500.
They were
This guy
rich.
gave us 50, and we were getting a boner
So
about
everybody, all the money, well, not all the money, but I mean, this trade road is pulling in a lot of economy, and so this is a very traveled road right now. So, like I said, there's a lot of con artists, and you've got feeding vampires that were feasting on people that were trying to get to the Wheeled City. This is not a friendly road.
that. And so everybody in the tents is dead.
Yeah, tents are.
We killed all the baddies, and then and any of the whatever their little playthings are all gone. They're expired.
Yeah, there's really nobody left alive. I mean, that's the last thing that they did before they came out and confronted you guys was killed their last meal or whatever.
Gotcha.
Can I try to convince Crom that I let the Aurochs go so it wouldn't get killed in the fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't trying
So,
to use
are you
it as a
actually?
weapon.
Is that actually what you wanted to do, or is this a deception check?
It's deception.
Okay. So, all right. So you stroll over to Crom.
+6.
So roll a d20 and add 6.
18.
Yep. Crom,
Do I get to roll against that? I have a wisdom of +0, but I have an 11 in wisdom. Do I get to try to like see through his bullshit? Because I did see him. Wait, was I facing away?
No, you.
No,
weren't.
I was standing right here.
Yeah,
you were right here. I saw.
But you
were
were
slashing the
swinging.
tent,
You were slashing
screaming
at the tent.
and looking in the tent. And...
Alright.
So you were. I mean, you'd
Yeah.
be able
No,
to
you're
put
right,
two
you're
and
right.
two together. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know. You'd put two and two together of how she got loose, but not the motive behind it. And so, yeah, Farnaz hops down out of the wagon and cautiously strolls over to Crom, explaining to him that it was not done maliciously. There was no malintent, and he wanted to just let her go and get out of there before the ogre ultimately did what it did to her.
And Crom accepts that.
And we'll
Well, that's fine.
yes, you also make a deception check.
A deception check?
Because I think, what
I have
would
a
be...
+1 to deception, but that would be my
Intimidation,
my
performance, insight.
charisma.
But yeah, it would be
It seems like it would
charisma.
just be intelligence.
I would think it would be perception.
Perception.
Yes.
Oh, I have a +3 because that's my wisdom. Okay, so I rolled this plus, so I just have to beat an 18, right? You rolled an 18.
Yeah, I rolled
Yes.
So if I beat an 18, I see through his fucking bullshit. 12 plus 3, 15.
15.
Yeah.
So yes, you're wary of it.
Little
Crom
wary.
trust you, but thin ice.
Here, I give Crom 20 gold and tell him to buy himself a new one when we get to town.
Crom just stares at it, and then I guess I'll put it in my bag.
Right?
My
Nice.
bag of gold. I don't know.
More gold.
More gold. Oh, look at me. I have 83.
Buy yourself something nice,
You
Chrome.
just bought, tried to kill my friend and then
Do we
tried
need
to buy
voices
me
next
off.
time we play? So
Right.
do a voice. Farnaz would.
That would be fun.
He
I think it
feels
would be
like
fun to do
He
voices.
feels like a British villain.
I was gonna say he's probably a British guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Has to be quite arrogant, I
So,
suppose.
um, if you want to, I don't know, however you want to wrap up this campsite area.
We
Burn it
searched
all.
everything.
Burn it
Can
all.
we take
Yeah.
a rest?
Well, we'll have to take.
I'm not sleeping here.
No.
Yeah, we shouldn't sleep.
I think we throw it all in the fire and let it burn.
The tents and everything.
Bonfire. Yeah, man. You want to take those tents?
But then it's gonna cause. It's gonna. I mean, Crom's smart enough to know that if you put a big fucking bonfire, someone's gonna see the flame from a mile away.
So maybe just leave it?
Yeah, just walk away
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it.
and go up to the.
Should we try to look for Monday?
So you're burning everything?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I like
We're just
that
gonna
idea. I
walk
thought
away.
that was a good idea.
It was a good idea until the fucking bonfire calls in like somebody from like a mile and 2 miles away. And
Oh.
they're like, "What's
Any
that?"
of you guys have tracking skills of any sort?
Yeah,
Dark
I
vision.
should.
I have dark vision too, because it might be worth trying to track where Mundi went, the paladin.
I believe that I've got.
I mean, I know, and I would tell you guys that, or we've talked about, I think, the fact that he lured us here, left us at the vampires.
Which makes me think like he wouldn't have expected us to go on. But
Yeah.
we don't know where we're going anymore with this shortcut either.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
But he expected us to be done here.
Yes.
So to keep traveling.
I bet he can't be far. I mean,
Unarmored defense, rage, wanderer. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography. You can always recall the general layout, terrain, settlements, and other features. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other
Walter,
people each
what
day
you doing?
by the land. Okay, never mind.
something to lay on.
Mm-hmm.
He found the one cushion in the room.
Extra attack.
Oh,
You can
you
use
fancy.
that. Yeah,
You
you can use
fancy.
that.
You fancy.
Primal knowledge. No, I thought that because I lived in the wilderness. I thought I would have like tracking.
Well,
or
I
something.
did live in the forest for like 130 years.
What's your survival?
Survival.
My survival's plus
+3.
5.
+3? That's
Plus
not bad.
three.
I'm plus 5.
Plus
survival.
5. Okay.
Under
Say
the,
that's
like,
generally what we do for
acrobatics and all that
tracking
stuff.
is
Survival.
some kind of nature survival check.
At the
Okay.
bottom.
So yeah, guys, I'm plus 5 nature
He's
and
got
survival.
+3 as well.
Okay.
I thought that I had some kind of tracking thing. It just must be this wanderer.
So should I roll?
Gotcha.
Excellent memory for math.
Yeah, anybody that wants to look for signs of Mundi can make a
Well, I'm already suspicious.
make a
20.
survival tracking, looking for tracks.
Oh, I only got.
20, natty 20.
Natty 20.
Natty 20.
I only rolled a 5. So.
Okay.
And maybe he doesn't leave tracks. I have no idea.
15
Plus 3 is 18.
3, 18.
Okay.
I got a natty 20.
So you did you get a natty 20?
Did I mention
Did
that
you
yet?
mention-
I don't know if I did.
I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, it's 20 right there. Plus 3 times 5.
Technically.
20 plus 3.
So yeah, Crom from the north wanders around, and yep, he does some smelling. Sees a couple of broken branches that are headed in the direction of the road. You assume it's headed in the direction of the road because it's back kind of the way that you came. As you followed that around, you saw that he circled around the camp and headed back the way that he pulled you guys.
And if he's there, what do we call it? Minion? What's the word? Familiar.
Familiar.
And we just killed them all. Like, he's just kind of free now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He has no purpose. We took away his purpose.
Took away his purpose. We don't know if
Stabbing
he
that
is.
motherfucker.
Right. We don't know if he is actually a Guillermo and wants to be a vampire, or if he was kind of against his will. You don't know that much about Mundi yet, but you do know that he lured you there.
And we know which direction he's going.
Back to the road.
Yeah.
That's the way he headed,
we
and
don't
you kind of lose the track once you get back
Blends
to the
in with
road.
everything else.
I mean,
so-
we don't know where this shortcut's gonna lead, so I think we gotta go back to the road anyway.
Well, we don't have a fucking way to pull the wagon anymore, so
We don't need a wagon.
And there's
You
hell
wanted to
dogs.
stomp down the road anyway, Colin.
There's hell dogs on the road.
Yeah, and bounties on hell dogs when we get to our destination. We just killed a freaking zombie ogre. Who cares about some hell dogs?
You said we killed it? Zombie zombie ogre?
Yeah.
I thought you said we.
No, the Aurochs.
Because it seemed like you killed a fucking cow.
I hit it with Ray of Frost.
Actually, I killed the cow. Fuck you.
I
Yeah,
think
why'd you
we
kill the cow?
trailblaze. I think we trailblaze. We know where the road is. We know
Oh,
which direction.
guys, your
So we should
shortcut
be
already
able
got
to
us in
run
trouble.
Parallel, but nobody knows we're on it. Like, people are going to be watching the road.
So you
We're
were
like-
suggesting we leave the path.
Yes.
That's
I
how
agree.
like 90% of hikers die.
I don't disagree. I think I'm with him. Like, yeah, let's fuck. Like, I
God.
don't know.
Well, I'm
on a
not
fucking
gonna-
on a main road full of other people. Fuck that.
Well, I'm not going on on my own, so I'll
But
follow
I
you
think
guys.
we should be able to know, right? That there's the road. We're following it from a distance. You know.
I mean, I do have nature and survival. Should we roll again to like see if we can find our way forward then through this shortcut?
Well, yeah. So let's go to the map. So this is where it would be fun for this to be touchscreen or interactive. So you left from Galsop, which is here, and then you traveled with Mundy for a good long while.
Yeah, we did.
And so it's 2.5 days to get up here, right?
That's where the base
So you
camp
traveled about a day. Shortcut was right here, and he took you up to this little knuckle of trees right here. And so you know you need to be headed west.
Straight west.
And you remember seeing a map or whatever, and yeah, you're right. You know you need to head straight west. And so
And
that
that's
was when you left the
that's
path.
like the sort of open hayfield-ish
It's
area.
plains-ish area, yeah.
So if we head
So
northwest,
this is all the,
Yeah,
the
northwest.
farmlands and ranch lands down here, and so you're getting out more into Sand Hills.
So
area
we know we need
out
to go
here.
like northwest.
if we want to stay off the road.
And I think we want to stay off the road.
Fair enough.
I mean, Crom wants to stay off the road.
Even though Crom likes to travel roads.
No road.
But last time Crom said like road.
Road's bad.
Not new road bad.
Bad road. Roads are bad.
So that's kind of where you're at.
So we're
Right
heading
now.
northwest.
Yep. Trying to get to the road. Trying to get to the base camp.
Or run
whatever you
parallel
call it,
to the
right?
road or
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
off the beaten path. So it's kind of like Highway 20 and you guys are the Cowboy Trail.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah, kind of.
So will that slow us down?
But if it's a shortcut should be quicker. It's like
It
the
wasn't
road
a
goes here.
shortcut. He was luring us into a trap. It's
Shortcut.
not a shortcut.
Yeah, but
Oh, he
I
said
love that
shortcut.
Crom thinks shortcut.
it actually would be a bit shorter traveling northwest at a direct angle to where the
As
forest
opposed
meets
to-
the road, then
as
Do you want
going
an English
west
accent?
and
That'd
then
be-
northwest.
Yeah,
That would be
we'll
great.
bring it in. We'll bring it.
That would be awesome.
So it'd be a little bit
Bloody
shorter.
fools! It's not a shortcut.
I would love that.
Shortcut. Yeah,
That would be amazing.
I think that. Yeah, right. I think that's what we need to do.
So you have this discussion
So
after
as
you.
he's saying, like, let's talk about this. Maybe we should take the road. We just start walking away.
All right.
I follow him. Sons of bitches.
Weighted down by all this gold.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. He's slower because of all of his gold.
Well, I'm generous. I just
Chink.
gave him 20
Chink.
gold. You guys don't know I
Chink.
took
You
it
gave
out of the
him
wagon.
50. No, it was 20.
Yeah,
I'll give him 20 gold. Give him a gift.
yeah, that was very nice of you.
As far as you
Right.
guys know, I'm generous. I was trying to free the Auroch.
Crom was confused.
You guys don't know shit.
What are you supposed to do with this gold? But I put it in the bag with the rest of it.
All right. So you start walking, and you walk for a good couple of hours. Where did we leave? It was night.
Yeah, because I had a fire going.
So you get far enough away from there where you feel comfortable making camp, and
Taking a long
Crom just goes, Crom, stop for night.
Crom tired.
So we're somewhere
for
over
Crom
there.
sleep.
Crom sleep. He's laid down under a bush.
So yep, you find a tree out in the middle of nowhere. You guys can make a little fire if you want, but here's where you get a long rest.
Okay.
And you
So
had
we're
that.
back
You're
to-
having you're
So
having
long
this
rest, you get all
strategery
your spell slots
conversation.
Back, you get all your hit points
get
back.
Before long rest. Okay, so
This says
this says
roll.
bonus action.
That's for,
you can convert
that's
sorcery
if you do
points
hit
into
dice.
spell slots.
Is that what you're talking
can
about? When you get a
Also
long rest, you
convert
get
spell
everything
slots
back.
into source. And I get my sorcery points back with a long
So they have,
rest.
they have
Okay.
hit dice?
So can I like create
This
new
is a
spell
single hit
slots
dice, so you
for
could
the
take a
rest,
short
or is it
rest,
like a temporary
and you
thing?
roll
Temp-
hit
well,
dice.
I think it
So,
would
like,
be if you
mine's-
expel,
you have 6 hit
if you
dice,
run
and
out
you roll,
of
like, a
spell
1d6 or
slots,
something.
you
can roll up to
can
6
like
times,
if you're
you say,
see,
"Oh, I
if you
got
if
one
there was
point
another
back, I
battle
got
to
6."
come and you ran
can
out
choose
of
how many to do that between long
level
rests.
2 spell
Long
slots,
rest is
you
just
could
like a
convert
reset
your
button.
sorcerer points to spell slots
How
so
many
that you
hit
could
dice do you
cast
have?
spells again. But no, I
Mine's-
don't think you can go over and have
Well,
temporary.
I understand.
And maybe
so
in
like,
a very
so like if I
special
cast
circumstance.
one of these in a battle, I can't use it again, right?
Oh no, you can use it again.
Maybe
Okay.
that-
Are these?
That's my cantrips.
Yeah.
Level 1,
Level
level
2.
2, level 3.
So this is tell you have 4 level
You
1s,
should know.
3 level 2s, 2 level 3s.
Okay.
So you can
Yeah,
cast,
that's for getting into all your
Invisibility
stuff.
3 times,
Yeah, no, no,
essentially.
no.
or you
Or-
can cast something at level 2,
I don't know.
or something at level
So I
3.
can give myself more spell slots
Spells.
using the long rest
Actions,
thing
so
in
maybe-
battle.
You
too.
recover, like if you expel all of your spell
Mine's
slots, a
right
long
here.
rest is going to give
It's
you all those
underneath
back.
my
Gotcha.
hit points,
Okay.
temporary
And then
hit
if you
points.
do a short rest, I think you would
Where's your
get
HP?
maybe
That was up at the
a
top,
couple
right?
back.
I don't remember.
I have to look up what the
HP
rules would be
right
on
there,
a
hit
on a
points.
short rest.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if
Hit
that's
points,
just HP recovery.
Oh god, I should have used careful spell when I cast that lights on you. I mean, I succeeded anyway, but
Defenses? No, here. Features and traits, maybe.
Oh, nice.
I have 6.
so you can't do saves.
Right?
All
I
right.
have 6.
All right. Well, that was fun. So you're having your long rest. You're having your we just fought creatures. You're having-
So I'm back
Tired
up to
Crom.
my
Yeah,
total
and so-
HP.
Tired Crom.
now you will figure out what you're gonna do from here.
Okay.
And so if we want to continue, this is where we'll pick up.
Okay. I'm into it.
All right.
His
I'm gonna need a cord.
You're gonna need a
7%
cord.
if we're doing any more, yeah.
Oh, are we going on or are we done?
Oh, I was calling it.
Stop it.
Yep, that you
Okay.
guys
I
are
don't need a
camping.
cord.
You're getting the long
Yep.
rest.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's
Yep.